Hey, welcome to EPN. I'm your host, Victor Lucas, and we like to bring you the latest in everything cool every single day. There are a lot of things happening in games, entertainment, and tech. That's why we like to wrap it all up in something that we lovingly call the Rundown. Let's get started. The Fast and the Furious franchise is going to cross the finish line. Vin Diesel has announced that the 8th, 9th, and 10th films in the long-running series will speed into theaters in April 2017, 2019, and 2021, respectively. He's also confirmed that these will be the final movies in the franchise, which means fans will have gotten 10 movies in 20 years. Yes, it's been almost 20 years since the first Fast and the Furious movie came out, which hopefully doesn't make you feel too old. You might be skeptical about the Fast series coming to an end, given that the franchise makes so much money, and this is Hollywood after all. Don't be surprised if there's an inevitable reboot at some point in the future. And that's not the only thing that's about to turn to dust. Developer CCP Games will be shutting down the online first-person shooter Dust 514 on May 30th. The game is a PS3 exclusive that launched in 2013, right at the end of the console's life cycle, and takes place in the same persistent online universe as the much more popular game EVE Online. It's not all bad news for fans. CCP is still working on Project Legion, a similar first-person shooter that will also tie in with EVE Online, and this time it's being developed for the PC. There's no word yet on when that will launch. The engines are already turning on another Neverwinter expansion. Cryptic Studios is working on Neverwinter the Maze engine, the 9th expansion for the Dungeons & Dragons MMO. It will see different races band together in order to stop the demon lord Baphomet, who's out to acquire a powerful artifact that could spell the end for everyone. The Maze engine will include new dungeons, dragons, other enemies, and gear, you know, the kind of stuff you typically get in an expansion. Expected to hit the PC version this spring. Before you start worrying about that, the 8th expansion for the game, called Underdark, will make its Xbox One debut next Tuesday. It was released on the PC in November. There's major snowfall on the forecast for City Skylines. Snowfall, the latest expansion for the city simulation game, will launch just over 2 weeks from now on Thursday, February 18th. As the title implies, Snowfall will introduce freezing temperatures that the developers say will heat up the difficulty. You don't want this to be a winter of discontent for your citizens. Players will need to manage their city's infrastructure to handle the blizzard by plowing your roads, weatherproofing your public transportation, and handling greater heating demands. Snowfall will cost $13. Rain and fog weather patterns will also be added to the game as part of a free update coinciding with the paid expansion. Wii U fans are getting something new and tasty next week. The platforming game Oddworld New and Tasty will finally debut on the Nintendo console next Thursday, February 11th. This will be the first Oddworld game on a Nintendo platform since Munch's Odyssey was released on the Game Boy Advance. Oddworld New and Tasty began rolling out in 2014 and is a ground-up remake of the PS1 game Oddworld Abe's Odyssey. The co-developers at Oddworld Inhabitants and Just Add Water are currently working on a remake of Abe's Exodus, the second game in the series. Here's something that might get your head turning. Last week, rumors surfaced that Fox is working on a TV series based on the 1971 novel The Exorcist, which served as the basis for the iconic horror film of the same name. Now, Deadline reports that the pilot episode of the new show will be directed by Rupert Wyatt, best known for directing 2011's Rise of the Planet of the Apes. The new show is expected to take place in the present day and retell the story of two priests out to save a young girl possessed by a demon. Like the book and the original film, expect there to be a stronger emphasis on psychological terror instead of the more common jump scares and gore found in most modern horror tales. That's it for today's Rundown. Don't forget to check us out again tomorrow. Hey, thanks for checking out that video on our EPN channel. It's just one small part of the things that we make around here. So if you liked it, don't forget to check out some of our other vids and hit that subscribe button.